Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot. This reading is for Saturday and Sunday, the 21st and 22nd of January 2023. We have a new moon in Aquarius at 1 degree. And interestingly, it's exactly opposite Black Moon Lilith, which is at 1 degree of Leo. And we have Venus conjunct Saturn, also in Aquarius, at 24 degrees. That happens on Sunday, actually, so that's tomorrow. Well, I'm doing this Friday night, so technically this is Saturday, so this will happen the day after tomorrow. Venus will conjunct Saturn, but that's pretty close. They're both in Aquarius. And Uranus, which rules Aquarius, moves direct also on Sunday the 22nd. So this is a big weekend, especially for Aquarius energy. And I was looking up Black Moon Lilith because I talked about it a few readings ago because I wasn't real familiar with it. And she's kind of the dark side of the moon. And so it's more of it's not really a thing, it's more of a location. And interestingly, it takes her 9 months to what now? I just read it on something, theclub.com. It takes her 9 months, I think, to make the whole orbit of the zodiac, which is, how long a woman is pregnant. I mean, it's definitely feminine energy. And so here's what I was reading about it. It says this is where we can achieve lucidity, personal affirmation, the ability to enjoy. If it's not expressed, we can feel like we're being repressed. And here's the interesting thing. She's in Leo right now, just moved into Leo a couple days ago, so 1 degree Leo. And Black Moon Lilith in Leo represents our deepest repressed desires that yearn to be expressed, and also courage, visibility, and being seen. And I think that's really interesting. I think that's great to be opposite a new moon in Aquarius, because Aquarius is the observer and is generally a pretty detached sign. They're more intellectual than emotional, although that doesn't mean they don't have deep feelings. I'm not saying that. But they're usually not the huggy, kissy kind of person. They can be, depending on the rising sign or if the rest of their chart has a lot of water. But anyway, I don't want to get too astrological. But tonight I decided to pull like one card from each of my different decks, except 2 fairies came out together. They wanted to come out together last time and I wouldn't let them, so I let them tonight. And unfortunately, I have a new deck called Moonology Oracle cards, but they won't be delivered. Oh, I didn't draw an Oracle card. Oh, I'll do that last. They won't be delivered till tomorrow, so they're not in tonight. But I wanted to start off with 2 very short quotes from the writer David Mitchell. He's an awesome writer. I love his books. He said, life is a terminal illness. That's pretty funny. And he also said, bagpipes and electric guitars always end in tears. I'm not quite sure what he meant by that, but bagpipes do kind of make me cry. They have a really emotional effect on me. So, okay. Let's see what we got here. And I'm not trying to copy. I do watch Gemstone Tarot every day. She's awesome. And I swear I had this in mind before I watched, because I just watched her like an hour ago. I had this already in mind, but she's going to think I'm copying her. Not that she sits here and watches me. But she did this today. But I already had this in mind, so I thought I'm not going to change it just because she did it. So anyway, the first card I drew, this is the Liz Green Mythic Tarot. It's the 2 of Swords, and this is a standoff. This is paralysis. This is like 2 different ideas, and the person is stuck in the middle. But it came out in reverse. At first I wasn't sure. I thought, should I do reversals? And then I thought, yeah, I think I will. So this came out in reverse, which I feel like with the new moon in Aquarius and Venus conjunct Saturn, which can be, Venus rules our relationships. Saturn is responsibility, but it's also manifestation. So it could be like a great time to pursue a romance. It could also be a great time to ask for help and find people to help you. Like especially if you're taking care of someone, because as I said, Saturn represents responsibility. So there may be someone in your life that you're responsible for. You may be taking care of someone, and you need help, and this would be a great time to reach out and get some help for that. So, and again, it could feel very heavy in your relationships where you could feel that there's a lot of responsibility right now. But I just feel like since it's the new moon, that's a great time to set your intention. So with Black Moon Lilith and Leo, this is a great time to get in touch with your creative side and discover what would really make you happy. Time to go for it. So the Two of Swords in reverse makes me feel like whatever's been keeping you stuck, especially in the way of communications with others, or even communication within yourself, like I don't know what to do, I've got two differing ideas. I think this is going to ease with this energy coming in with the new moon. And you may even get some clarification in a relationship, not necessarily romantic, but just, asking someone for help or just a discussion with someone. The tension may ease a bit. So this is, I think, a good time to have a communication, even though Mercury's still in its shadow. Then I drew the Daughter of Wands. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot. And this is, let me look her up. I'm not real familiar with this card, but I think I know, it's definitely passion, definitely. Yeah, okay, so she says visionary and passionate, a free spirit. She can be stubborn and much stronger than she looks. She makes a dangerous enemy. This card can also represent a woman going through a transformation or spiritual breakthrough. That's interesting because we've got that Pluto energy at the tail end of Capricorn, which is so intense. And Pluto is nothing if not transformation. And then, as I said, Venus is conjuncting Saturn, and Venus is feminine energy. And so, anyway, so we've got a very visionary, passionate, feminine energy coming in, which could... which, again, if you're taking care of someone or trying to help a friend, this could really make you really want to stand up for them. And then we get the Elven Knight, which I drew the other night. And I shuffled the cards, and he came out again, and he looks so Aquarian or Uranian to me. If that's not electricity, I don't know what is. And Uranus rules electricity. And the downloads, that come in suddenly where you just get a sudden realization of, oh my gosh, I never thought of it like that before. That's why Aquarians are generally so progressive. And Uranus and Aquarius rule progressive thinking and the future. So I read the description last time and it said to watch out because he could lead you down the wrong path. But I'm feeling a very positive vibe, which I did last time, where here comes someone to kind of like an idea, a download, if you will, from the universe, from Uranus going direct, coming in and saying, hey, why don't you do this? Or why don't you hook up with this person? I shouldn't say hook up, I should say, why don't you join forces with this person and see what you guys can accomplish together? Because it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. In fact, I'm not sure that it is. And that's followed by the Sorcerer. And he wanted to come out last time and I wouldn't let him, so he insisted this time. So he's with the Elven Knight. So we have two forces here that work with magic that are coming in to aid us. And again, fairy energy can be tricky, but I feel like this is this might be a kind of like a wild hair idea. You might just, just think of something that you had not thought of before. I'm feeling like you should go for it because, again, the fairy energy can be tricky. They can lead you down some weird paths, but I'm feeling like it might be time to go for it. And then I drew the Vow, which I continually draw. This is, really committing yourself to whatever pops up, whatever download comes in, whatever creative idea comes to you. You need to make a vow to it and stick to it. And I love these black moons because they look like new moons to me, because, you know, when we have a the term new moon is misleading. When I was younger, I always called it the no moon, because you can't see the moon for the first night or two because it's with the sun. So we don't see a moon in the sky. So here's the black moon, here's the new moon, and it's also black moon Lilith, I feel. How many moons are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Interesting. 9 is the number of the moon. At least that's the way I learned it in my numerology decades ago. So that's really interesting. And yet it's card number, let me get my Roman numerals straight, 54, which adds up to 9. Okay, that makes sense. So, and then, of course, we get the star, which is the card for Aquarius. So we have literally like a divine blessing pouring out. Uranus is in Taurus right now, just moving direct, as I said. So the what am I going to call it? The spiritual energy is literally being poured onto the earth and being manifested, because Uranus is an earth sign. And it's balanced with the spiritual, going back into the spiritual. This is a lovely card. This is absolutely divine blessing on what you want to manifest. So, we got a lot of creative energy coming in. I'm going to pull an oracle card because I did not do that. A lot of creative energy coming in, and I think if you've been stuck mentally or with another person, I think that's going to change. Okay, I better concentrate. Okay. Several cards want to come out, but I just want, okay, how about you? No, that didn't feel right. Time for a nap. Is this the one, let me look at it more closely. Is this the one where the fox has one eye open? I don't see it, but then my eyes are really bad. I need new glasses. I'm going to pull another one. I don't know why that, I mean, maybe, okay. I've been really tired lately, although today I was peppier, but let's just see if we can't get something. Okay. Truth be told, this makes more sense in the context of what we've been talking about, because this is opening your heart and, you know, being your authentic self. I mean, he or she is standing on a mask and just opening, you know, it's like, here's my heart. I'm totally vulnerable. I'm open. And also, whenever I see the sky like that, I think about Aquarius, because it's an air sign. And so I'm not sure those last two were helpful. Maybe I should have ended with the star, but I didn't want to leave out I wish I had my Moonology cards. But, I didn't draw an animal spirit card either. Okay, well, let's just, what the heck? I'm going to have a smorgasbord of, let me think here. I got to concentrate. New moon in Aquarius. What do we need to know? What do those watching need to know about this new moon in Aquarius and Venus conjuncting Saturn and Groundhog spirit, time to let go. Well, you have to let go before you move forward, right? And Aquarius is all about moving forward. So letting go can be difficult, but I'm going to draw one more animal spirit card. I feel like somebody else wants to tell us something. Otter spirit, you are never alone. I love this card. I love this card. That makes me feel good. And that is true. That is true. And Aquarius, you know, rules the community too and the collective. And so if you are alone and lonely, try reaching out to like-minded people. I'm on some great online communities that are so helpful. I highly recommend that. So, okay, I don't know if I need to sum up or not. I think that was pretty clear that we're going to get some kind of a download about what we're passionate about, and we need to really, I just feel like emphasizing we really need to make a commitment to it. because Aquarian energy can be a bit flaky sometimes, although Saturn is co-ruler of Aquarius with Uranus, and Saturn is very practical. So actually, most Aquarians I know, I mean, sometimes they can be a little, off the wall and eccentric and flaky, but they usually have a really practical side too, which I love. I love the sign of Aquarius. So I hope this was helpful and interesting. I feel some really good energy coming in. Um, and so I hope you have a great new moon. Have a great weekend. Blessings. Thank you for listening. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And I will talk to you in a couple days. Good night.